Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Europa Universalis IV with me, Alfapiomega, Meiou and Taxes, Historical Immersion and the Kingdom of Bohemia. So, the date is 27th of August 1397 and today we are going to integrate the Duchy of Wrocław. Because as I mentioned, we're aiming to get 2 extra new vassals, which is Ruppin and Bayern-Staubing, and when we get those, we will be at a bit insane. Well, we are already there, 15 out of 12, 14 relations. So by annexing Wrocław, we're going to actually save up quite a lot of depot power over the months. And we are going to have a special thing, which means, which is they will pay us some money. However, I'm not entirely sure how well this is going to go because they get minimum local autonomy plus 60 and monthly local autonomy plus 30. So we'll need to somehow get rid of that further. I think there's going to be another. Yeah, assimilate Wrocław, which needs... Oh! Okay, well this one is ours now. Oh good. Well, we got an extra province, Wrocław, which is fairly big. I was actually kinda hoping that this would be much easier, but it's not. Okay, so we need to wait all the way till absolutism is at least 60. It might have been better to just annex them normally, but hey, what do I know? Their autonomy is gonna drop all the way to... Oh wait, they still have a martial law. So we'll need to figure out the communication efficiency, which should be fairly good. But as the matter of the fact is, we don't have any roads leading there. We have a road leading from Prague, Budějovice, Horná Lužica, all the way to Cottbus, where we need to finish it. And I'd like to build another road, Hradecko, Svídnica and Wrocław. Yeah, that would be the best way. I think Plzeňsko has the road, yes. Chebsko also has the roads. Budějovice does not. So we should also expand the road to Vogtland. But having an extra province will be kind of nice. Not entirely sure what it's gonna do. Oh no. We got a new plague. But that Angkor, which should be deep within India. Yeah, we can't even see it. So it's way far in the east, somewhere around this area. But hopefully it's not gonna, spread all the way to us. But damn, I'm not doing a really good job explaining myself, am I? What I was trying to say is that this province is going to give us quite a lot of money. Wrocław has been giving like 0.02 gold per month, so I'm hoping for a bit more income out of this. And even though it has a fairly high autonomy cap, hopefully it's gonna drop all the way to 60 eventually and start paying us decent buck. Plus it should also increase our land force limit significantly when we have it, and it's going to allow us to get 1 extra vassal. So good on us. Technology-wise, we are moving towards vet grinding, which is another technology that we really need. Where is the technology? Here. We're slightly behind everyone. 8, 8, 10. We got 10, 7, 7. Wow. Austria has a 10. And you got 9. Damn. We are really behind on military tech. Getting those ideas really screwed us over a bit in the beginning, but now we have full diplomatic and full quality ideas. I think that it's gonna force us next to take administrative ideas, and if that's the case, I'm gonna go with bureaucracy. From diplo ideas, we want probably the eminence, and from military, we want the fortification. Lorardy spreads to Bohemia. Though there was a reform movement within the Catholic Church, it used the Bohemian language to attack the Church for its corruption and venality, and demanded the Church return to a state of apostolic poverty by giving up their land, treasure, and position in government. It also demanded biblical support for all Church doctrine, and in so doing attacked the basis of exorcism, indulgences, confession, even the Pope himself. For many, it was perilously close to heresy. Lorardy spread to Bohemia via the University of Praha, whose connections to England brought ideas back that were hotly debated and exposed to the students, causing an uproar. Some people demanded that theologians supporting the movement be expelled from the university, where they could corrupt the sons of the nobility. Others worried that by so doing they would be unleashing radical preachers upon the peasantry in their home villages, so we can send them home or let them debate its merits. Our king is secretive and well-advised. So well-advised means that people would probably suggest that we let them debate. Also, Duchy of Wrocław has lost its martial law and dropped to autonomy 68.6, which, as you can see here, gives us half a ducat of gold every month. Awesome. However, the autonomy is increasing significantly, so it's gonna increase to somewhere around, say, 92. 92 is a good guess. So we need to finish those roads as fast as possible. I don't think there's much we can do in the way of anything here that we could save up. Yeah, we're doing good. The trading is going well. Vratislav, by the way, I don't think I mentioned that, got a fire rating of 3 now. He got an extra point in that. And thinking about this, I'm considering that we might want to build a fort in Wrocław, which would not be a bad idea considering their urban gravity. Could we? We could. Fairly cheaply. Though their autonomy is just going to skyrocket soon. But we don't really want this province to be conquered, do we? Well, let's not deal with it right now. I'm gonna just wait so that we can build the road in Hradecko. It's gonna be an expensive thing. We can... Oh, sickness of the king. Vratislav first has fallen ill and cannot handle all aspects of ruling Bohemia for the time being. How shall we handle this? More power to the nobles. Greater nobles gain extra loyalty. Delegate more power to the provinces. Monthly autonomy change. Or the gifted group closest to the king will be most fit to rule. It's gonna increase our prestige. But I think we might be interested in giving the nobles a bit of power, but that would take away 0.9 gold. No, the gifted group. It's gonna increase our prestige a bit and we'll be done. We could force the peasants to pay for the roads, then dedicate a bit of manpower and we would be done, but I don't like that. I don't like bullying the peasants around. That's not a way we should go. Also, the population in Bohemia right now is almost 2.5 million. I haven't checked if we can see the plague. No, it doesn't seem to be spreading to us at this point, which is great. The Lollard Bible. For years, a Lollard reformer had worked tirelessly to translate the Bible from Latin, a dead language spoken rarely in Bohemia, into simple Bohemian. Even after his death, Lollard theologians continued his work, finally publishing a translation of the Bible in 1399. This had two profound implications. First, the common man could now read the Bible himself, and in so doing, becoming able to debate theological issues with priests. Lower gained great support through this work. Secondly, the work of translation and the publishing of it were both costly. It showed that, despite everything, the lords continued to have friends in high places who were willing to bankroll the movement. Condemn is as unauthorized and inaccurate, or lend our support to this great work. Well, as well advised, I think we will be interested in having the Bible translated. I think so. We're not devoted to the Pope or anything. Too bad. No, too bad. Let's send the diplomats to the Pope to ease the relations. And also, Rupin is now at 200 in relations, so they will accept vassalization when we offer it to them now. Yep, Rupin has now become our vassal instead of Wrocław. Isn't that just great? I am ecstatic. Weinstaubing would accept the vassalization if we could make it less scared of the loot. I've actually bestowed Imperial Grace on Rupinis and it gave 41 relations. I think it might tie to the Imperial Authority. So if we gave them 41 and the 9, that would be extra 50, so 167, and we still need to get rid of the loot scare. Okay, it's gonna take a couple more, how much? -5 yearly. So in about 8 years, Bayernstaubing will become our vassal. It's kind of cool, you know, thinking about it. We got a vassal here, Schönburg, our vassal, and we will have Staubing. Yeah, I need to figure out ways how to increase, how to get more diplomatic relations. Okay, Eminence would give me 1 extra. 3 extra, okay. Eminence is really good in that regards. 1. Okay, Eminence is what we need. 3 extra diplomatic relations is something that we desperately lack, and it would help us quite a lot. 9th of November 1399, and we are going to give an order to build roads in Svinica. So let's do this. They can't really contribute rural or urban wealth, they don't have any, so we're gonna just pay half through the manpower and half directly from our treasury. This will allow Svinica to grow a bit because they have a decent amount of urban gravity for being so far away from us, and they will, you know, connect better both themselves and Wrocław, which is, wow, okay, so they're gonna get to 100. There's something that's helping with that I missed, but they're actually getting quite a big boost from the communications, plus 0.33, or for example, a much better communication here, excellent one, is giving only 0.17. So when this road is finished and Hradecko is finished, I think we'll be able to, you know, get it down significantly. Because for example, even here, it's 18 days, and I think it could be much faster here. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Second thing that I'm gonna do is I gave a gift to the lesser nobles and gave low-level cabinet seats to the greater nobles, which increased our corruption but also increased the relations with the greater nobles. And I'm gonna revoke privileges from the lesser nobles. So we're gonna go with the low tax exemption. We want to increase the income as much as possible, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna piss them off, but what can I do? The lesser nobles are less of a problem than the bigger ones, but they control Prague, which is especially important for us as they have quite a lot of tax here. and then a couple of provinces that are useless. So Praha is my biggest concern right now. They generally accept it. 10% chance of losing stability. Good, we did not. Awesome. It's probably not going to help with the corruption much, but it's still a good thing. So they have 2 privileges left. A few new high courtier titles every year, and a moderate expansion of the local autonomy, which, you know, is not a big issue, but for example in Praha it would help us, so we're going to get rid of it next. Religious power struggle. The head of the Catholic religion in Bohemia is facing a challenge to his authority from within his own ranks. Outraged at what they see as favoritism and corruption, several powerful clerics have joined together to attempt to unseat the nation's religious authority, or at least reduce his influence. The cabal has sent a missive to the king, offering their loyalty if he supports their candidate. So remain neutral does not much. Intervene to support the head, or intervene to force him out. Let's remain neutral. We are not going to get in the middle of this. I'm not entirely happy with it, but hey. Also, our landforce limit has now increased to 13, so I'm gonna give an order to get extra unit of runner cavalry, an extra unit of men at arms, and when we get to 14 we are going to get our first artillery, which is going to be the wheeled Rybodekin. Very useless at this point, but it can, you know, we don't have that much of a width for our units, so actually I might go with 842. It might make a bit better case. We'll see how it's gonna go. Lowered revolt. Taking advantage of the simmering mood of Bohemia, thousands of lords have thrown their lot in with rebels and risen up in arms. Already they have murdered the archbishop and are making demands. Lordy was a religious movement that condemned the excesses of the church, declared that the church should not own land, and even went so far as to argue that Christians should stop paying tithes to support corrupt priests who charged people for services. These ideas were very attractive to peasants, many of whom paid rent to the church. When a peasant revolt broke out in 1400s, some of their leaders were self-declared lords who saw it as a rallying cause that could unite the peasants against their landlords. This was horrifying to the reformers who had made Lordy popular, and to the nobility who had embraced its anti-clerical themes for political reasons. Many of them abandoned the cause, seeing it as dangerous precedent. So we gain unrest in Praha, Plzeňsko, and Litoměřicko. So here, here, and here. Budějovicko gets peasants organizing until 8th of April and gain 5 unrest in Budějovicko. So it is time to do something about this. The event the Council of Blackfriars happens, or let us not be too hasty. Let's make the council. You guys better stop drilling and prepare for a possible fight. If we get an unrest. I'm not entirely sure what's gonna happen. Well, continue drilling. It doesn't seem that it's going to fire at this point. Okay. Well, anyway, that's all for this episode, and I'll see you in the next one, where we continue with this chain of events. And we're gonna see how much we can get. Barnstaubing is getting quite close to us being able to vassalize it, which is going to be nice, and it's going to increase our power. Oh! Okay, wanted to end this, but Nation of Austria, your faithful ally, is requesting that you come to their aid in their conquest of Croatia against Croatia. Croatia is allied with Massa. Okay, I guess we're gonna accept. We don't have much of a choice. They're our ally, and we want to help them, even though this is only going to make them stronger. Man, we really need to attack Hungary soon. Damn it.